Hello guys! In today's video we're going to check out the top 5 studio monitors in the market for this year. I made this list based on my personal opinion and are trying to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. To see the price and find out more information about the studio monitors, you can check out the description below. Also make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with the latest technology reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. At number 5, it's the Mackie CR3. The Mackie CR3 is a pair of two uniquely designed compact studio monitors that are widely used due to the fact that they combine excellent audio quality for a price that is affordable for most of the users on the market. When it comes to design, the Mackie CR3 features a wooden construction that's finished with a green and black colour combination, which looks very stylish, so regardless of where you put them, they'll look good in any decor. Additionally, at the front you'll instantly notice the tweeter, which is positioned on the top and has a small waveguide built into the plastic baffle cover. And around the tweeter you'll see a green circle, which adds a good sense of aesthetics. Slightly below this there's a 3-inch polypropylene coated woofer that has a green ring like the tweeter, while on the back are the connectivities. To continue, the connectivities are custom tuned and set on the active speaker. However, there are no EQ options, but if we keep in mind the price, then it's fairly normal. Now let's talk about features. The Mackie CR3 can output 50 watts of power, while the audio frequency ranges from 80 Hz to up to 20 kHz, which, in my opinion, is pretty cool. What I also like about these studio monitors is that the speakers come with a great number of accessories, so you can find a 1/8 inch stereo RCA cable in order to connect the output of your computer to the speakers, and there's a speaker-to-speaker cable as well as a 1/8 inch cable with which to connect your smartphone or media player to the front panel of the speakers. Another great thing I like about these speakers is that when you take them out of the box, you'll see isolation pads. I find them very useful due to the fact that they'll drastically minimize the build-up of boomy bass and enhance your listening focus, so you can capture every single detail of any track. To conclude, the Mackie CR3 is a bang for the buck, and that's why I highly recommend you consider these speakers as your next purchase. At number 4, it's the IK Multimedia iLoud Micro. The iLoud Micro is ultra-compact, 3-inch studio monitors designed specifically to meet your expectations and get the most of every audio in a typical project studio. In terms of design, the Micro has an elegant glossy black construction, accompanied by a 3-inch neodymium driver, a 3/4 inch silk dome tweeter, an activity LED on the front, a bass reflex port and an adjustable isolation base also at the front, while at the back are the connectivities. You'll also find a volume control, a toggle switch for EQ's positioning, a TRS 1/8 inch stereo input, an RCA input, a power supply input, a link for the right speaker, and a toggle power switch. To be more specific, these speakers are Bluetooth enabled, which I really like due to the fact that you can monitor one wireless digital source and 2 analog inputs at the same time. Also, you can recognize the Bluetooth button, which will start flashing in blue at first, and then when you've paired it successfully, it'll stay solid blue, so you'll always know what's happening. Let's talk about performance. The iLoud Micro is known for the mid-range performance that comes from the woofer due to the fact that they use a digital crossover set at 3.5 kHz, and at the same time they're time-aligned by a DSP, so you can expect to hear accurate mids. However, since I've mentioned the woofer, I'd like to inform you that the woofer prioritizes the frequency response over the maximum SPL level, so they can produce frequencies as low as 55 Hz with the intention to let you feel every detail. Last but not least, the frequency response ranges between 50 Hz to 20 kHz. Impressive, because if you take the monitor size in comparison, we can without a doubt say that the audio that comes from the speakers will have a well-defined stereo imaging, and we always welcome that. Overall, the iLoud Micro is worth considering because they can deliver powerful audio that'll be rich with details for your ultimate experience. At number 3, it's the Yamaha HS8. The Yamaha HS8 is a pair of studio speakers that have been in the market for a couple of years, but they've somehow managed to maintain their top-notch status, so let's get into action and find out why people are always purchasing them. Design-wise, the Yamaha HS8 features an attractive, sleek white MDF design that packs an 8-inch cone woofer, 1-inch dome tweeter, and protected by a metal grille, and controls that consist of a room control, mid EQ, and high trim, where each of them has its own unique role to your overall experience. To be more specific, the room control switch does a pretty good job in compensating the unnatural low-end exaggeration that usually comes if you place the speakers next to walls or in corners. On the other hand, the high trim switch will let you tailor the monitor's response capability when it comes to the high frequencies, while the mid EQ, as the name states, will boost the mid-range delivery and output a perfectly defined flat response. In terms of input types, you can find one XLR and a 1/4-inch TRS phone jack input, and can accept balanced or unbalanced signals, while for outputs there's an XLR for left and right and EXT sub out. Let's talk about performance. The Yamaha HS8 have a bi-amp design, which is followed by a separate dedicated amp for both the woofer and the tweeter, which basically means that the amplifier unit will ensure that each speaker will deliver a high-resolution sound as well as a flat response across your entire room. For your information, these speakers have a noise reduction technology, which means that the Yamaha's engineers have succeeded to control and to reduce the vortex. In addition, the result is an effective reduction of an audible noise of up to 6 decibels, which proves that Yamaha knows how to craft amazing products. Moreover, these speakers have really good specs as well. To be more precise, they have a crossover of 2 kHz, an output power of 120 watts, while the tweeter can produce a distortion-free sound up to 30 kHz, which is really good. To conclude, the Yamaha HS8 is a dream for every audiophile, so if you're one of them, don't hesitate to check it out. At number 2 is the Adam Audio A7X. The A7X is Adam's most successful near-field studio monitor. An active vertical two-way design, the versatile A7X implements a balanced sound with crystalline high-frequency reproduction, clear mid-range, and superior transient response. The A7X's large front baffle bass reflex ports are precisely matched with a bass mid-range driver, giving the speaker powerful yet controlled low-end punch. In addition, the woofer's 100-watt PWM amplifier, in sequence with a 50-watt class AB tweeter amp, enables a pair of A7Xs to achieve an extraordinary maximum SPL of 114 decibels at 1 meter. To be more specific, Adam's AX series monitors feature cutting-edge technology, including the company's renowned handcrafted X-Art accelerated ribbon tweeter. Moreover, with its compelling price and performance ratio, the A7X brings Adam's Audio world-class monitor performance to commercial recording and broadcast facilities and well-equipped home studios alike. The glass carbon fiber woofer in the A7X is engineered to produce optimized low-frequency reproduction with wide dynamic range and freedom from coloration. Furthermore, it incorporates a rigid yet low-mass honeycomb driver cone, which is a highly efficient magnet assembly and precisely aligned voice coil, along with an optimized driver chassis basket design. The A7X's 7-inch woofer extends response down to 42 Hz, making the speaker a suitable choice for near-field monitoring in small to mid-sized control rooms, with or without a subwoofer. Instead of producing sound with a piston-like diaphragm like most loudspeakers, Adam's Audio X-Art folded ribbon tweeter uses a pleated diaphragm capable of moving air 4 times faster than the folds themselves are moving. Handcrafted to the tightest tolerances, the X-Art tweeter produces ultra-low distortion and breathtaking highs up to 50 kHz, enhancing the sound field with remarkable detail and faithfully conveying every nuance of the source material so you can work over long periods without listening exhaustion. Moreover, the Adam Audio A7X will be a great addition for all kinds of tasks, whether it's for your home studio, business, or any other aspect. So if you're looking for something similar that packs premium features, and if you've got the budget for it, don't hesitate to purchase the A7X, because you won't regret your decision. And at number 1, it's the Neumann KH120A. The KH120A studio monitor is a uniquely designed small, two-way ported design intended for near-field applications, or as a rear-channel speaker in a larger multi-channel system. In terms of aesthetics, well, this unit is a very versatile studio monitor that boasts a lightweight body with a decent size for easy portability. Additionally, the drive units comprise a long-throw composite sandwich, 130mm base mid-unit, plus a titanium fabric 25mm tweeter, with a 4th order crossover at 2 kHz, feeding a pair of 80-watt class AB amplifiers. To continue, the front baffle is quite a stout aluminium section bolted onto the rest of the cast aluminium cabinet, and is heavily shaped to pull the bass driver slightly forward, while on the left-hand side between the two drivers is an illuminated Neumann badge, which is smoothly backlit and white when the speakers are powered and flashes red if the internal protection system is activated. Moving on, facing down from a recessed shelf on the back panel is an electronically balanced XLR line input, mains on-off switch and an IEC power connector, along with a set of 4 switches. Additionally, these allow the front panel badge lighting to be turned off if preferred, or set to normal or dim illumination levels. The middle portion of the rear panel contains a pair of 8mm threaded holes to allow the accessory to be mounted to a wall bracket, and at the top are 4 more configuration switches and rotary sensitivity control. The first 3 switches allow the frequency response to be tailored to suit the speaker placement and room acoustics. Although, despite the compact size, the KH120A punches well above its weight, with the spec sheet quoting a free field frequency response extending between 54 Hz and 20 kHz, which is a remarkable LF extension for monitors of this size. Last but not least, harmonic distortion is pretty respectable down to about 100 Hz, below which it rises significantly, as it does with most speakers. To conclude, the KH120A is definitely a must-have, and if you're looking for a high-end studio monitor set that pretty much covers everything you need, then this could be your ideal choice.